So James is stuck in the toilet or something.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
I don't know what's
It's
happening.
alright.
But you have us, so it's fine. And we'll do this in James's memory. Right, so we'll be going to the third map. It's going to be Train. It kind of feels like after we saw, it really seemed like AVANGAR tilted. They had a very unlucky game at Dust 2. It was a mixture of that, plus fnatic did play really well, so don't want to take anything from them away.
Oh, he's back.
But how was the bathroom, James?
I have to take the stairs and everything. I feel like he's preparing for a story.
So we've got 2 elevators, right, in our building. They're renovating one elevator. The other elevator, I went to press the buttons and they're not responding. So I took the fire exit stairs, got downstairs, and there's just like loads of builders in the lift, blocking it. I don't even know what they're doing in there. So I couldn't get down or up. So I had to get some of our colleagues to come and rescue me from outside and open the fire exit again. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But
So to answer my question, you cannot go down there to go to the bathroom.
I mean, if I take my keys, I can.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't take my keys, so I didn't have the fob. Because I wasn't expecting the lift to be blocked by like 5 dudes with boxes and I don't know what. So
What are they doing? What's happening here?
apparently they're changing the buttons in the lift.
I need 5 guys for
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they were like overweight. I don't know. Whatever. It's like dangerous to, like, we've got 5 minutes. Okay, I'll just go down. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
It's alright.
I can't breathe properly today either. My asthma.
Hey, I mean, you literally just walked up the stairs. I've been needing like 5
not
minutes
because
over
of
there.
that. Not because of that. It's my asthma.
Just out of breath.
It's giving me the lung capacity of an infant.
Oh, that's a shame.
Of your cats.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
a problem considering how large you are.
It is, yeah.
It's
It's weird because like I can still like play football and sprint and stuff, but sometimes it's worse sitting down than standing up. So when we're in a casting station where we can't stand up, it's like a lot worse for me. Here we go. Look, we've got some pinnacle odds. So they've updated it. Now it's 50-50. We've gone back and forth. They've been generous for both squads, but now they've got fnatic as a slight favourite. Catching of AVANGAR off.
Yeah.
But, you can't blame them at this point
Absolutely.
after AVANGAR got beasted on Dust 2.
I mean, of course, right? But I think that at the end of the day, like looking at this third map, it is Train, right? Like this is a map where, compared that to a Mirage and Dust 2, it is a little bit more puggy. I think that here, if AVANGAR can untilt, this should be their map.
This is Swedish teams on Train though.
It is, but I'm just saying, like the T sites nowadays, you know, back in the day, the old fnatic, you know, when Olaf used to jump out Olaf every round and stuff. I don't think that they will be able to do that as much as freely versus AVANGAR now. But I say that, and they've been playing extremely aggressive on both sides, so
It was pretty free on Dust 2.
yeah, we're just gonna have to see.
All right, so waiting to see what AVANGAR have planned. They've got 2 players around Pop, 2 players around Team Main. Going to be throwing some nades into A. 2 smokes, molly, flashes. So it looks like they'll just commit to the A bomb site. Don't think we're going to see any fakes here. And they'll just have to hit some headshots. No P250s.
A smoke goes towards Ivy. That will help with a bomb plant. Crim's position will be isolated. He goes beyond it. So we'll see what they can do. Moving towards Sandwich, maybe spotting a player. Brolan, you can see the Molotov as well. So all this utility is designed to allow them to plant the bomb, and they do that very, very quickly in the 5 versus 5.
Well, the health here for fnatic is awful. Everyone is 3 players almost dead. But they're not dead, and that's critical because look at that. Brolan 7 HP finds 2 headshots, and now all of a sudden things get pretty bad for No Minds. AVANGAR looking good. They're looking good. Flasher, last man standing. Can't quite find this engagement. It's a bit awkward, and AVANGAR will pick up the pistol. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're fuming right now. They're angry. If they're really looking to just absolutely Hulk smash fnatic after that. Showing on Dust 2, where AVANGAR were really frustrated.
I like that pistol round from AVANGAR.
Yeah.
A smoke toward... I don't know where the... excuse me. I don't know where the first smoke went. Second smoke goes towards Ivy. Molotov at back trains, so any of the easier angles to stop the default bomb plant, if you will, all denied. And obviously you can choose to go beyond those, but that comes with increased risk and isolation from your teammates. So 5 versus 5 post plant on Train, not something you see every day. So AVANGAR start off well. And on the T side, there's plenty to observe from AVANGAR. They're very strong on the T side of Train, as strong as one could hope to be. But can they be versus an unpredictable fnatic?
Yeah, it's really hard to say because we have all these preconceptions, but we were looking to get some evidence to know how much weight to have with those. And one of the preconceptions I have, which I think you alluded to, is that you expect Fnatic to be quite strong here, and I absolutely do as well. Feels like this is how they win this series. Is they crush that Dust 2. Train is a good map for them as well. Mirage is always a map they like to play as well. As Robin said, it's like these are the best 3 maps you want to see for these 2 teams in terms of the quality of gameplay. And so AVANGAR respecting Fnatic, throwing down the smokes. Against pistols, sometimes that can be awkward. You don't want to throw too many, of course, but they have gotten themselves into the open territory. And they can just play some deathmatch now. Sanji leads the way. One more. And there he goes. Flusher. Can he get something? Maybe. Nope. Denied. And then he is finished off. So 2-0, quick couple rounds. And now we'll move into Fnatic getting their buy on the board. I don't know that we'll see an AWP because they don't have the money. So I have to see what plays they'll make. Because as Robin said, they're going to play aggressive.
Only Flusher has flashbangs. That's it. They start their first buy round with 1 player with flashbangs.
You could call him Flasher, James.
Not bad, Dan.
Thanks, man.
So he sacrificed the rifle to get utility, but he's on the B bomb site. So if they want to make a play in towards main, for example, they've got no incendiaries or anything to get aggressive because only Flusher has them on B. That's a huge problem, and that is a bigger one. Sanji popping golden on Ivy. There's the line of information. We'll see what they choose to do now. 3 of the remaining players for Fnatic in the A bomb site, but indeed, pretty much only smokes with Flusher with the only real utility on the B bomb site becomes relevant for the focus on A. So really, they've got a bunch of smokes, not even a flash to make a play into main.
So JW got a delayed peek on Ivy, so AVANGAR obviously was threatening that. They may think that their information is, or their rotation is better than it might be, due to the fact that they didn't understand that JW was checking for, actually made a check for this pretty much immediately as they left. So JW just making sure there's no lurkers here because, it's very common to leave a lurker. And with 5 players in a 5v4, you'd expect that. But there will be no lurker. Everyone's coming towards the B-bomb sites. Here comes the play, looking for that plant. 40 seconds to go, and always making good time. AVANGAR. Sanji with a double on the entry. Beautiful stuff from him. And looks like this round is pretty much over, unless JW can do the unthinkable. 1 versus 4 as he makes his way on the high ground, but AVANGAR have good positions. Buster has the Molotov, and Kiko has the headshot. Great round from AVANGAR.
Yeah, one expects great rounds from AVANGAR, and Fnatic will salivate as they look forward to their full buy. That's such a nice flick from Sanji, if you can call it a flick. It kind of is.
Satisfying, isn't it? Watch that.
Straight on the head. Feels like it was the first bullet as well.
Yeah, it was, I think.
That's pretty nice. That is a man in tune with his peripherals. Speaking of which, I have 2 in the post to be delivered today. That's why I went downstairs. But
in a dual wield.
In America, they have a habit of telling you that deliveries have arrived when they won't arrive for a good 3 hours or so. I don't know why that's a thing, but with Amazon and USPS, they like to say things are delivered and then deliver it 3 or 4 hours later.
That hasn't happened to me, actually, ever.
It happens to me
in the US
all the time. Almost every time.
Must be the address that you're using. Something to do with that. I don't know. Weird. But what's not weird is what we're seeing so far in this game. AVANGAR running their game plan, looking really good. We're getting that standard AVANGAR stuff, where it's like hard. Like if we look at, because we get all the information, you can kind of see exactly what they're trying to do, like how they're moving around the map. Like everything has a purpose. The timings are good, and that's really difficult for Fnatic to deal with. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they'll manage to fight against it. We will surely see a lot of aggression, as Robin suggested. But obviously this is not quite the round for that. Just a scout and flusher. That's it really. Crim's close with the USP. Oh, nice shot by Crims. Brian's doing some damage, but they can't find the kills.
Flusher and JW remain. Flusher still alive with the scout. JW creeping to his doom. Flusher, there we go. Headshot for Sanji. Position known. Bomb planted on A. And the Dren is creeping. Maybe there's a chance for more damage for Flusher. Again, he doesn't really have anything to lose at this point. The full buy comes for Fnatic in the next round. Scope obscures his vision. He's exposed to Adren, who will finish off the job. Adren, major winner and runner-up.
Yeah, that's pretty epic on being in the multiple major finals.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome for him.
Considering how long his career is, it's really nuts.
Considering how many different teams he's doing it with.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell at that point that obviously this guy
he's a clutch king of 100 ping.
Contributes.
Absolutely. Even though he has been individually not as good as previous years, I feel like he has gone a little bit better.
Well, Gambit, he was like the star of the team.
Yeah.
But I think since joining FaZe, a team of stars, you know, that changed. It seems.
No, I think so too. I think he had, you know, if you look at the caliber of that team, and it's the same thing with AVANGAR, right? If you look at it, there's a lot of young talent on here. You have the experience of Adren. Why wouldn't you take the back seat, kind of?
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is definitely a team where everybody has roles to play. It's about the overall result. Okay, the deep molly on the ramp, but the T's will be well past it towards that default position. Crimson JW actually on fire, taking some damage from Adren as well. James keeping an eye on the ladder room for now. Or the ladder itself. Flusher looking for a player by Oil. Sanji is in a very common position, but very good one. Diagonal angle over the map. Brolan's got the sound cues that James has rotated away. He might actually have a fun opportunity. Well, there was a small chance, but you won't expect Buster to be so close. Grenade in his hand, and it's goodbye, Brolan.
Robin, is it technically Brolan?
Brolan.
Brolan.
Yeah, but
bro.
it's Brolan. Yeah,
it's Brolan.
Because there's 2 L's, mate.
Yeah, but bro, man.
And he's also Swedish.
Bro, man. Brolan. Look, if I see bro, it's bro. Doesn't matter what comes afterwards.
I agree.
Don't enable him. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing you can do.
I feel like in this day and age, unless we get like an actual recording from the player on how they want casters to pronounce their nicknames, they're just going to be happy with whatever we call them.
It's interesting.
His last name's Brolin.
If you look at like traditional sports like football, for example, where they'll commonly they'll pronounce things accurately as possible within reason. You know, if something's got some extreme or like like a French pronunciation, you're not going to get a thing going on, right?
But I do like it in some sports. You see, like when they do the introductions, they record. You see, it's the player introducing themselves basically, and the player says their name, or the athlete rather. Let's say you're introducing yourself. You're flipped, right? You do a cool pose and you say Bardolph.
Bardolph, the people's champion.
Yeah.
Big man Bardolph from the Republic of Bardistan.
So you have so much going for you here. Now you just need the funding to buy out an island or something, you know?
Or guns.
Well, take
Who
one
needs
over.
money when you can take it by force? I'll take Richard Branson's island.
You just have to go into Walmart for that.
Anyway, we still got an initial exchange of grenades.
Yeah, a quiet round so far. Not sure if this is the first time we've seen JW with the AWP on the seat side here yet, but hasn't happened much. Other than the fact that fnatic are wasting a lot of utility. But here we start seeing it. 35 seconds left, so AVANGAR needs to do something here.
Ooh.
Oh, rip. Timing of that sucks. And there's a forward smoke Crims. He can do so much here. Will they have a good response? He's always getting tagged down from Ivy, though, and that's the problem. JW will assist, though, taking down Sanji, but there's more where that came from. JW trying to work the angles around the bomb train. End of time is really lacking here for AVANGAR. They need to get more kills. They need to get position. The bomb is so far away. I don't think that it's time now. They've got to back away. This looks like it was very promising, but they took too much time.
Yeah, it was a little bit slow there. You see where the bomb got planted. There's actually 4 players just completely dead there.
Rip.
Wanted to try and do a wrapper instead. I guess that was a call made when they knew that they didn't have ladder control. Crims could just run around the E-box as much as he wanted there.
Pinnacle stats. Sanji the Manji. Jumanji.
So when I said Sanji the Manji, you gave me
poisoned my mind.
You gave me a lot of crap.
It's not by choice. You've poisoned my mind. You've polluted my mind. You are like plastic in the sea. That's what you are.
It's not your choice. Why you been a victim, James?
You are the personification of plastic in the sea.
What is this victim mentality?
Buster's been taken out, standing on a pallet. And there are still more players in main. 5-1 to AVANGAR. That last round was quite slow from them, but this one, well, it may have been faster, but fnatic have perhaps slowed everything down. Perhaps to a complete halt for the time being. James lining up a flashbang into A. The Adren will look to breach the choke point. Spotting one player up top. Lovely bursts. The W is gone. What is the reaction from fnatic? We can see some movement from B towards A. Roland now in connector. And Golden's getting deleted again by Sanji and Ivy.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. And that constricts the defense enormously. And this is not a round that fnatic can really afford to lose. Brolan doing what he can around the E-box position. Oh, a nade in his hand so many times. I feel like fnatic have had nades in their hands and been caught off guard in this game already. And it's only 7 rounds in. Crims holding things down here. But there might be a rotation from AVANGAR. They got all the map to play with. Maybe waiting for James to get another pick, perhaps. fnatic starting to wonder what the hell's going on. Sanji wins another frag.
The bomb needs to make its way towards the site. 30 seconds, and how far will Flusher go to reset the situation? We've got Adren making his way in towards B. There can be a quick pick from Flusher. Doesn't see anything just yet, though. Adren up top, spots him. Does he fight to the death? He's got to stop the bomb from being planted. Trying to stay alive. Really awkward for him. Won't get an angle to throw the Molotov. That may have been the MVP play, but wasn't to happen on this occasion. fnatic struggling at the moment on their CT side. Only the 1 round so far.
And that was the round prior to that one, so they're going to get reset with this one. Oh, well, not as hard as the previous economies, but...
No, and this is the worry, right? Because fnatic wants to play a little bit aggressive, it is really difficult to do that on the CT side here. Even if there are a lot of varieties you could do, I think that considering it's also the 3rd map, AVANGAR playing this very, very safe. Very slow defaults, so fnatic really hasn't had much luck with that.
Yeah, this is a rough spot for fnatic. It's not too late to turn things around. Not bloody likely in this round, though, all things considered, but can focus on the round to come. Again, max plus bonus, more or less, they'll have everything they want. It's just about making it work for them. A tag, and Bus is on 4 HP. Bounce around the corner. Oh, JW's made his way around the back, but he can only show some presence now. Very hard for him to win a duel beyond that point. Element of surprise came and went very quickly.
Look at the tagging here. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Crims doing some more damage. Picks off Sanji. For the meat shots.
Oh my god, Crims!
Oh my word. How does that even work? He's spamming away. So much success. Adren now the only player with any HP. And this is scary. Brolan on top with the MP9. And time is starting to be pressing for AVANGAR. Golden in an off angle as well towards Sandwich. There's no way Buster checks for this. Adren now. So on you. There is a world where he can do this, but the time is not there. The Deagle's ridiculous. And Crims with the spray. I mean, it's not often you can spray the spam Deagle at that range and get a bunch of headshots. That doesn't make any sense. But he manages to make it work. And here we go. Let's have a look at it again. That's just ridiculous.
Jesus. Well then, that's a way to win a round.
How do you do that? It doesn't make any sense. I feel
6-2. Yeah, it's a nice round, but they've got to do more.
Yeah.
Somehow Golden's on a scout for this round, which is interesting. I don't know if he made a mistake with... I don't know how he can be a scout on a scout in this round. I don't know if he bought too many grenades and was like, oh god, or what's just happened.
I think it's a misbuy.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I think he was going for the M4.
Anyway.
Because it does have the money for it, $1,000
Yeah,
up,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. But perhaps it's a misbuy. Probably. Roland getting a little cheeky. Some chunky damage. AVANGAR love to throw his HEs down there as well, so he may be ending up on a lot less HP than he's on for now, but Sanji somehow... This is a problem for fnatic, the fact that they heard no sound cues there, but Sanji's heard the rotation. So now he can make a forward play and really cause some problems for fnatic. Broland is blind, Broland is dead. There's another CT by E-box, so they can try to hold a position. That's a difficult duel for either of these players. Just a few bullets for Crims, but does he have the last duel in him? How long can he stand here for? Going for the reload. Keycut will aggress. Oh, he manages to win the duel as well. Flusher and Sandwich is going to be really important now.
JW with the pick there as well. And indeed, Flusher can protect the bomb. Oh, there's KeyCut, and Sanji's worked his way all around the back line through. Never mind, he's dead. JW takes him down. Nice rotation from JW from Connector and AVANGAR. Conceding a couple rounds in a row here. fnatic looking like they are getting it done. Finally finding some success. It looked very difficult, but now it's their time. They can start getting aggressive. They can do whatever they want now.
I think Golden dropped JW and AWP. And then Crims was the one who misbought to scout to Golden.
Ah, okay.
That makes sense, because Golden survived, so he would have maybe had armor.
This is a perfect storm for fnatic, managing to break AVANGAR. It's been so hard for him to win a single round. And because of that eco round, AVANGAR got to no money. Just like that, this goal gone dry. Sanji almost shot his teammate in the head there. So things may fall apart here for AVANGAR. Allowing fnatic some momentum, although fnatic have lost Broland early. So let's not make any assumptions just yet. However, if they are to win this fnatic, then do wonder. That is quite the shot. Still looking sharp. Golden, he needs some revenge for the amount of times he's been popped on Ivy in this game so far by Sanji. James looking for something, but fnatic holding the off angles.
Yeah, you're right. And the off angles are so strong as well because you can commit T thinking that it's safe, but you commit them deep where they then have no recovery. So one by one they fall. Deep incendiary, try to prevent the plant. Should be successful. And Flusher is ready with that AK-47. JW with the fire as well. KeyCut. Oh, hello, KeyCut. Nice headshot onto Flusher, making this one a little bit scary in terms of damage. KeyCut trying to find another one. He gets it, and all of a sudden, KeyCut! He's done it again! And now it's up to Golden. And he is wondering what the hell's going on.
Not supposed to be like this, Dan. Not supposed to be like this. Now, he could try to creep towards the site and get shot in the back, unfortunately for him.
KeyCut. Wow.
Well, they've got Deagles too, apparently. Now, maybe fnatic have the money to survive this. JW's got 5,900 in the bank. That's a great first shot right there. God damn. Sometimes you just get deleted by Deagles. Both teams can attest to that. A 4K from KeyCut in the end. And they have turned things around, all the way around though. Once again, we've got the scout up, this time on Crims, Golden with the FAMAS. So there's still some big weaponry here for fnatic. Adren may be sensing some weakness, goes straight to the Olof position. JW may not realize that he could be here. Adren doesn't seem to hit a scope or expect a peek from that angle, then that's a nice early frag from fnatic.
Yeah, JW looking for more as well. Ooh, gotta be so careful. Sanji gets tagged, not by JW though, but Sanji's over towards E-Box, so something else has hit him. Perhaps a scout of Crims, likely candidate, and haven't got to hold their position. Maybe waiting for Buster to make some moves towards Ivy as well. Jane tagged also. They can't quite find their way in here.
We'll have a look at Ivy. This will be an interesting one. The shorter barrel of the FAMAS will do the job for Golden. He takes position, and there's a very tight shot from JW. Finally a frag from AVANGAR, but looks like they're heading towards the bin once again. Head first this time. James still has the bomb, but with 25 HP, I think it's save time. A lot harder to get these openings on train. Such is the nature of these choke points. Can't imagine if fnatic will chase too much. That said, I think Golden may have just seen him in Ivy.
Yep.
So he will be surrounded. But look at the money on the CT side. They can't really afford to lose any of these rifles. So I don't know that they should be chasing too much. 20 seconds, and I would imagine James will hide in plain sight, or if he's given an opportunity, then who the hell knows? Well,
Yikes!
Okay.
And there's a second ult for fnatic. Okay. Oh, they didn't pick it up.
I think he may have feared dying after time once he was spotted. So it looks super weird. He does jump peek pass with a knife on it quite often, but I think his momentum got blocked by something there.
I think if he picked up the. I think if he kept the AWP, they would have done a force buy this round potentially. Would have been interesting, but okay, well they've gone for the single AK. And James, I guess, is the best spawn, so he's going towards the outside, dodging the nades. Out he goes towards the E-box. That is the punish to Crims. Now James will just hang out. And that's the thing, like, if you're playing slow rounds, the CTs will start to feel comfortable running towards Pop Dog. And so if you speed rounds up, that player is exposed. So James takes full advantage of that and falls back. But what's the plan now? He's given up that positioning. What do they do now? It looks like they're going towards B.
Kikert waits in the upper B position. And this is really turning out to be a really difficult half all of a sudden. With the strong lead that AVANGAR had, even for them, it's proving to be a problem. But now they can swarm onto the site. Flash is going to have a hard time from this range, dealing with all these players and stopping them from moving up. And there are the Deagles out once again. This time it's Sanji. Flush's position is going to be real important. The players around connector can run distraction, moving around the back. But speaking of moving around the back, Adren's on a very long flank, making his way towards CT spawn. And it's only Flusher and Golden now. How does this keep happening?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they've managed to make this one work. Just so smooth on the run into the B-bomb site. And Golden's going to have to probably try to save this AWP. Yeah, he's running. And so will Flusher. He's holding CT. I like that double peek close to connector and also by sidewalk.
I saw that
by
too.
The bomb. I think that's an amazing double peek. You don't see it enough, the way the timing went. And the sidewalk peek sucks by itself. It sucks because it's so your movement is incredibly predictable because you're so limited.
Yeah.
There's a hard stop. So yeah, I love this, especially if you've been playing slow rounds. That's usually a guaranteed frag.
And it's again a Vanguard there, abusing that B-bomb site on their eco. It works out.
All right, then 8-4.
Exciting to see here if fnatic actually has an answer to it. This
Poor
round,
fnatic.
though, looks like Golden is going to be positioned there with an AWP at least.
Waiting for the flash. Here's the footsteps. There is the flash, and he's in position. There's no pursuit just yet. You can see on Ivy, we've got 2 players moving up for AVANGAR. Usual stuff. Denial of information. The smoke is up. Crims is forced to rotate, but he doesn't really have anything to fight with now. Golden is falling back on the B-bomb side. Oh, the Trent's got 13 HP through the smoke. The presence from fnatic may be a problem, but Vanguard have got 2 players by Old Bomb. This is going to be a really weird round. You can call it right now. JW is in this position in main. Brolan is by Sandwich. James taken out. Don't forget, Adren's on 13 HP. And, oh, Kikert's going to get his bell rung as well. This is really a 50-50. We've got 2 AWPs now for the Swedes.
Positioning is good, though, in terms of, like, Sanji's really deep. And you've got Adren towards the Ivy position. So they should have some good positions to do this. It's getting a bit awkward, though. And the double AWPs here for the CT side. Nice nade from Sanji. But now it's the 2 AWPs remaining. Crims will go for the peak. Oh, Adren was waiting for him. He'll get taken down. Golden up the ladder. And Sanji's ready for that. Now Crims is in real problems here because he doesn't have a kit. No Kevlar, no distraction. They know where he is. The elevated position of Sanji makes this, I think, not impossible if Sanji plays it right. There we go. But you're right, that was scary. If AVANGAR didn't have so much position on Sanji, I don't think they can really... They're probably screwed.
Yeah, retain there with an AWP. High ground, low ground. Everywhere.
It's really
no
strong.
kit.
Vanguard we're getting their bell rung from all kinds of directions in that one. That was how do you even come in that and around such as that? I've been headshot where from? I have no idea.
Everywhere.
A few more rounds to go in this first half. Been a very tense affair, has to be said. I feel like there's quite a few rounds where no one's really had a perfect buy, or one team's just had pistols. 9-4 could still be reasonably close to half-time. Flusher doesn't spot Buster around the smoke, and that is just not the start. Again, it's been a real struggle for fnatic on this CT side, a real struggle. And it only goes from bad to worse here.
Yeah, I feel like they've been really unlucky in this game. I think AVANGAR's obviously been playing well, but there's been like lots of spots with just bad timings over and over again for fnatic. Either way, Brolan looking for the push. I think this is being waited for by Adren. Still wins it though, Brolan. He'll fall back. And out goes Kikert. Always the reactionary player, Kikert. Kikert, there's someone above you, mate.
Does anyone have an idea that he's here?
Oh my god, how did How did JW not even realize he was running there?
I think it was a flashbang, probably cut his sound. And now Sanji's alone with the bomb, moving into the A-bomb site. 49 seconds, and that will be enough of that. fnatic somehow turn it around again after losing that player early. It's really unpredictable, these rounds. The money is tight, though, for AVANGAR in this last round of the first half.
I
think that's where 4-3 comes into play as well, right? Probably on both players there.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fast round here from AVANGAR, given the limitations that they have, and the Mach 10 on Sanji. B has been successful for them, as you pointed out earlier, Robin, so maybe we'll see a fast one towards that bomb site, but given that Sanji's towards the Ivy position with the Mach 10, okay, he's just throwing nades, so he's just trying to make it look like it's going to be a slow default. And back he goes towards B, so...
He's throwing that a few rounds.
There's a window here where fnatic won't prepare for B just yet.
Can go to grenades, JW trying to stop them moving up the sidewalk position. Flusher's good for one, falling back to help his teammate if needed. They're getting snapped on this B bomb site. AVANGAR finally, they'll trade Flusher at the very least. They're trying looking for the flank, but it's flanks on the flanks. Sanji and Buster remain, and now it's just Sanji with the Mach 10, of course, not even in the B bomb site. Behind the smoke, that might be a saving grace for a time. He's got some sound cues. There's a kill for Flusher. Can he get an upgrade? Looking for it. But he's trapped now. There are lines on him, running out of bullets. 9 HP, none HP. And it will be 6 rounds for fnatic at half-time. Much needed rounds towards the end. We'll see if they can continue to come back after the break.
Shana Shaba, hello. We are back. And fnatic
What about the
down
Kazakhstani
3.
way then?
Shut up. Down 3 rounds, and we have ourselves some utility on Flusher and Golden looking to open things up towards this A bomb site. And I don't know anything about how they do things, James, as far as greetings are concerned.
You need to look up some videos then.
You need to look up some videos.
You're biased.
You can tell by the way that
Swedish people.
you guys have been in a relationship for a few years. the passive aggressiveness
Intensifies.
Be quiet, James. You always do this to me.
An exchange of bullets, and the first frag will go the way of fnatic, but we know Sanji is quite something on these pistol rounds, or he can be. Awkward elevation. JW will take out a number of players. He gets 3 before he falls. Keycut on 3 HP. Won't be able to stop this bomb plant. Moving towards Ivy, but not deep enough to really make an effort there. Adren making his way forward in the same position. What am I talking about? Keycut's on the B bomb site. I read the numbers wrong, excuse me. Adren number 3 by Ivy. Backing off towards old bomb. Brolan had the jump, but it's all about the headshots, and the headshot will go the way of Adren. 2 versus 2. Adren has a kit, so this is still a problem for fnatic.
Oh, that rotation has worked for Keycut. And as flusha goes through, and oh my god, they've actually done it. They've got a kit. That is fantastic. That rotation from Keycut, that was wholly unexpected by fnatic. AVANGAR winning that critical pistol. And did they win both pistols?
Yeah.
That they did. Okay. Well, this is definitely not going too well for fnatic. They get the single Krieg. I wonder who started this meta actually. Was it AVANGAR? Because it has to be a CIS team. Na'Vi, AVANGAR, somebody.
I think it might have been AVANGAR. I mean, I remember. It's hard to say who started something,
Furia, maybe?
but it's just about what you remember.
Popularized it, yeah.
Yeah, I remember AVANGAR doing a lot, but doesn't mean they did it first.
Gosh, there goes the flash. Buster with the peak. We'll throw a smoke, but they'll go beyond it, fnatic. And Buster goes back. He goes back to get the frags. He's not going to allow fnatic to get space, but he'll get punished for that play. Brolan with the Khalil is ready. And fnatic vie for position. They'll actually rotate out of Ivy completely. This shows a lot of presence. AVANGAR have to respect that presence. They've got to worry about it. But in the meantime, fnatic moving to the B-bomb site, much like AVANGAR were in their T side.
A pilgrimage.
It's a good call too. AVANGAR has no one on the bomb site.
And they can start creeping. They can go deep into B. Which will make it harder to defend. Default plant comes in as some grenades being deployed. Keycut's tagged by the scout. You can land headshots through that lip. But we won't see one for now. Sanji trying to hide. AVANGAR forced to back away. They have been outmaneuvered.
It's actually so funny how Fnatic's buy looks better, even though they lost that first round. It is disgusting.
Not a bad buy. If you get the bomb down.
No, it's not, is it? It's basically better, as far as firepower is concerned.
Yeah. But for AVANGAR here, looks like they're gonna have all 4 alive. Unless flusha finds someone, but I doubt it. He seems to have stopped his tracks too, up in the kitchen there.
A lot of the CT buy in the second round depends on who got frags in the first round and who has to spend a full $1,000 on armor. If you get 1 kill, but you've got to spend 1k on armor to get that helmet, then it pretty much stops you getting an M4A4. But if you get 1 kill and the helmet's 350, then you're pretty good for the M4A4 with the win bonus. So that can make a hell of a difference. Sanji makes his way into the ladder position. AVANGAR saved a lot. They saved a lot from that previous round. You can see money-wise they're carrying pretty much the same as fnatic in this round. JW quickly made his way up. There's a big pop flash, but he manages to escape. That's not an exchange that will favor him, but fnatic heading towards B. He was on a suicide mission.
Yeah, Keycut will get assistance very quickly. The CTs will get beyond the smoke. That's a nice spray for Adren. Does some good damage. Takes down 1, does damage on Crims. Nice flick from Jame as the bomb will be planted, and it's a 2v3 for fnatic after plant. Crims will get a smoke to create some space for himself to maneuver, and yeah, I think this will be a hard one to hold on to. Jame takes down Crims, and now it's especially hard. flusha has a molly, but the smoke is there for the bomb, so that molly's not going to do anything. flusha has to hit the shots. Spots one, he's just going to go beyond it. Actually looked like he didn't see him at first, but AVANGAR will get the defuse here. Nothing that flusha can do. Does get a headshot on Sanji. That's some nice damage. That's the best he could have hoped for.
Yeah. He knew wide swinging to try and stop the bomb from being planted was nigh on impossible, so he'll focus on the extra damage. $4,000 to $5,000 done, taking Sanji out. Again, there is plenty of CS to be played, so focus on the long term, impacting the economy. Prioritize the right thing. Bomb plant will help them buy with grenades, so there's a lot of pressure for AVANGAR. You can see the money they're left over with after buying. Kika will be the man with the MP9 on this occasion towards that B bomb site up close. The fast fire rate may help, but for now, fnatic will focus on A.
Yeah, the smokes have been, the wall of smokes are there, so they are asking questions of AVANGAR, trying to commit AVANGAR to throw some utility that they otherwise wouldn't want to part with. Sanji goes for the investigation beyond the smokes around Sandwich. Oh, look at the cognizance of that. He's like pre-aiming it. I mean, to be fair, with that smoke down that he threw, that is one of the most likely reactions. So
There's not a whole lot of other plays to watch.
exactly, there's nothing else, yeah, to peek. So that is a good point.
But nonetheless, it is still an entry.
Oh, Buster! He's taking down everybody here with this Krieg. He might get another one. I think he tapped Crim. Did he tap Crim's out? I think he may have done. I think indeed he did. Crim's down to 22. Buster's looking lethal right now. That Krieg on the CT side is scary, isn't it?
Krieg is the new org.
Especially on this map, it's the Orgs and Kriegs are nuts on the CT side.
So many advantages for AVANGAR now. Again, Kika inviting the close play with the MP9. Nice angles. Can spray through that wall that the CT's peek behind. Oh my. Swiping his knife, what else can he do? If I click mouse 1, maybe the knife will be thrown at him. Crims hears some sound cues with 6 older bait. And it's too late to plant the bomb. Surely it's too late. Kika. Oh, he's just peeking and reloading at the same time. That could have been, he could have stopped the bomb from going down there. But here we are. Now Crims he's looking for an ace. He quietly repositions. The time works out, puts a Adrenaline in the red, but can't get that final bullet. Maybe Kika would have been there to punish. But 3 players survive for AVANGAR. That bonus money will help, but fnatic is still not necessarily in a position to buy.
And the lead extends to 5 for AVANGAR. And here's Buster. This second kill was a bit mental, wasn't it? Just, I think over the shoulder of his teammate as well. Yeah. There's the attempt to punish him, try to go for a trade, but denied entirely.
I thought he stopped shooting there first because I thought he was going to hit his teammate. And then I didn't realize that he got the one shot on that guy. Just Jesus.
And now we have AVANGAR looking kind of comfortable, and now Fnatic on a poor buy. Crims has been dropped to Krieg. So Crims is he is the, I guess, the raid boss.
Yeah. And one thing to note here as well, just looking at the rounds, Fnatic hasn't really been getting a chance to play a little bit aggressive. I think next round after this one, I think Fnatic was probably going to be doing something a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Change up the pace a little bit, so AVANGAR keeps on guessing. They haven't really had to do that yet.
In some ways, the Krieg is like a cheap auto sniper. Ooh. Hot flash from Sanji. But look at Fnatic creeping. Oh, he's greedy. And it costs him. That would have been so much position. How does he survive that? Flush it down and up pretty damn quickly. PDQ, and that's a very AVANGAR-esque play.
Uh-oh. They won rifle this round. Kika, I think, should probably... they don't have any money. I was going to say, you would really want to get like 2 or 3 kills if you can somehow engineer that in this position just to take away some guns, but Kika does not really have the ability to do that because their money sucks too, so having the AK, I think, is preferable. Now they know where he is, and they're on the hunt. They are on the hunt. Crims has picked up the orb. Oh, there we go, there's one. How many more can he get? He's faking his steps.
Well, that's a turn of events. AVANGAR should have been a lock for 13 in that round, and honestly, I feel like their percentages would have been pretty damn high for a win, but this has ruined their money. That was an eco run from Fnatic.
Yes, it was. Didn't get the entry there that he got last round on the IV.
Yeah,
that boost, same boost.
Look at the money they're left with, Fnatic, because it didn't have to spend so much because of the sheer amount of things they took away from that. Pretty crazy. And now we've got a Dren on a Nova. He's full bought a Nova and a helmet. while everybody else is on eco. I do not understand the purpose of this. I get it with the hero grenades and things. I mean, in fairness, if he gets 1 kill, it's $900, but I mean,
It is still a weird buy, right?
yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, silence.
Silence Nova.
Since you could be buying a cheap SMG instead. I'll have to rely on that rate of fire being...
Is it still 1,200 and over? I don't even know how much it is. I never buy it.
Well, how much did you get there? 900 bucks.
Yeah, for the kill bonus is 900.
Oh, you mean the cost is 1,200? Yeah.
Maybe it's. Well, he spent 2050, so maybe it's 1050.
Do you have ad armor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, he just went all in.
It can't. Okay,
No, but-
so something there isn't adding up.
We're just
I mean,
bad with math.
maybe he did auto buy by accident. Would it auto buy a Nova and full armor though? I don't know.
It wouldn't.
I just removed it from my config. I never understand why pros have like auto buy in their config. Just delete the line from your config, and you will
Especially
never.
Oh,
when
it is 1050.
It's
I
1050.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was 1050.
It's reduced. It's a weird one, isn't it?
I like this description that I found on the Counter-Strike wiki. The Nova's rock bottom price tag makes it a great ambush weapon for a cash-strapped team.
I mean, you got a point.
Well,
Sure, yeah.
you got 1 frag from it. Well-timed incendiary from Buster, and James looks to get aggressive. The flick is attempted, but it won't land. But he will escape, no damage done. Very nice movement from him at least. Buster's having a tough time, just like Golden was on the previous half, and Golden is seeking revenge there.
It's a bad peek. Left eye peek, and the other guy's farther away from the corner than you are, so that's a rough one. Gotta know the angles. Speaking of rough one, look at the vision. Oh dear. You feel like he's guaranteed a kill with this. There we go. What a position. Oh, shot in the back of the head. Back of the face. Geekert challenges towards Ivy as well, and it's starting to actually spiral out of control for fnatic. They were looking good. Crim's lurking, he could be the pivotal player. Forced back to hell though, he's been spotted. And he'll throw some nades to make things a bit more confusing. Flusher caught out by Buster on the off angle towards Oil, and all of a sudden, JW and Crims are left in a very desperate position.
35 seconds on the clock. Sanji is on the flank. Flank G. JW looking for it. That is just a great awareness from him. Maybe it's all too quiet. All of a sudden, things turn around, and Buster's left with 5 HP, and he doesn't have an angle to stop the bomb being planted. He doesn't have a kit. He's got sound cues as to where one of these players is. Oh, that's beautiful from him, but where is Crims? That is the question. He's in the IV position. Buster would need the strongest headshot of all time if he's to even peek this IV area, and he would be at a big disadvantage. Facing the wrong way, he's going to collect the kit in front of him. Does he just go for the hero defuse? No. Crims on the way now. He's not considering this at all, and he will go down for free. fnatic close the gap now to 2.
It almost seems like the player that he spotted jumping, that he thought that he spotted, like he got the player he got the kill on, they thought that first player was someone else.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Jesus.
Nice.
It's really quick. And on top of that, it's a gamble, right? Like, that bomb site, it's a one-on-one. You have no idea where the last person is. With, what did he have, 4 HP?
Yeah,
You're going to have to gamble there and just peek in one area, I guess. Hoping for that really quick headshot. But fnatic there, it's a great round by fnatic, taking their time. JW reads the flank really well, timing-wise. And after that, it all fell apart. Obviously, AVANGAR slowest HP people weren't really necessarily peeking, so...
We've seen some nice examples of players using grenades to bait the opponent. Like Zywoo's ace on Dust 2 a few weeks ago. In the pistol round, threw some grenades towards the window, looked behind him for a flank which he could just sense. And just a great example of the spatial awareness and the game sense. Same as we saw from JW. Definitely something to consider. Anti-eco territory, maybe Adren can be a nuisance. Only he and James remain. Nice jiggling to get the information. He managed to get a bullet off on Crims, at least. But they will be wiped out. AVANGAR, you almost feel like they should have closed this one out, but fnatic keep fighting back.
Yeah, they've been owning it now, and with that, you start to wonder where this one's going to go, because AVANGAR, as you said, they've lost all that momentum that they had. It looked like they were. It was so smooth. These first 4 rounds looked so hard for fnatic, and now things are getting a bit weird in terms of how AVANGAR are kind of like some of the engagements they're having, some of the struggles they're having. But I'm looking to punish anyone running towards the pop dog position early. And AVANGAR will get Jamin on a peek. Nice shot. I don't even understand how that connected. That's beautiful. And he'll get out of there as well. And that's a shot that he whiffed previously, and the implications were rather large. So this time he connects it. But look at the little utility remaining for AVANGAR.
Same kind of situation here before. Okay. Atron spots Crims.
It's hard to peek into that if you're versus a Krieg, I must say.
Dry peeks from Adren. Dry peeks towards the ladder room, and that's given fnatic an opening. I don't know if they saw the bomb there. Not sure if he was carrying it at the time. Sanji in a sandwich spot. He's got a hard task ahead of him. So many sound cues, so many targets, but down he goes. Jamer goes through connector now, trying to do what he can. He's got a long way to fall back to Old Bomb, desperately trying to survive. Jame and Kikert remain. Kikert going towards the ladder. Golden is waiting in that position. Surely they don't continue to go for this. Jay moving towards B now, so I think the save is on. This will be the 5th round in a row for fnatic.
I think that they're really overcomplicating things right now from AVANGAR's sake. Keep on getting entries. I understand you want to try and fish for information, and that's fine. Just try and do it together a little bit more.
Yeah, they had a molly that could have gone into the pop position, which would have been helpful. They're holding onto it. There's flashbangs for it too. Goodbye, Golden.
There we go, the score is tied 12-12. I feel like this whole game has been very nervous, very slow and methodical, and just I feel like comfort has been lacking for both squads. fnatic have built so much money now in the late game here on Train. There are so many issues for AVANGAR to overcome.
Yeah.
James on AWP once again busted down to the MP5. Flusher going for a fast play into A, looking to break AVANGAR immediately. Catching the plays, moving towards the ladder room, but he can't stop them from making it. Or trying to at least. JW will be down the ladder room. That's so important. If you can get somebody even to just have sight of that, you could tell your teammate they can make their way down quickly. Oh, that is a great combo from Sanchi. Marvelous awareness from him, and there's a chance yet for AVANGAR to stabilize. 5 versus 3 now. I think it was Buster who got the upgrades from the MP5 to the AK-47. Not over yet, though. fnatic are very capable of turning this around.
It's very difficult to know, as on the T side, like how to handle these situations on Train. You kind of have to take a huge risk. Just, I think playing like splits and stuff is just so hard because the positions are so far apart, and CTs can cover pretty much everything. So B play comes in, Kikert's close, Jame is far, smoke is down, and fnatic will make their way forward. There goes the creep. Kikert looking to play around the smoke. 30 seconds for the plant. And reposition from James to the high ground. It's looking good here for AVANGAR.
How have fnatic managed to get into the side? We've got a 3rd and a 4th man rotating in. Kikert looking the wrong way. Now they're lining up for him. He's just about going to get there with Adren on the high ground, taking Golden out. You started to wonder. They were really looking to do some impact there, but they didn't get much of anything in that round, fnatic, ultimately, apart from some trespassing. That would have been a huge frag for Flusher, but it was huge for Sanji. This combo with the grenade and then the spray, moving forward into the spray to avoid the HE, taking damage from both. Great work from Sanji. And AVANGAR, after 5 rounds in a row from fnatic, have given themselves a chance.
Yeah,
still a lot
back.
of money. Again.
There we go. That's what he's looking for. Can't find a second frag this time, though, Flusher, but he's caused problems. And again, the ladder position is open for business, but JW doesn't know how close Kikert is. Down he goes, and the flank will be almost immediate from Kikert.
It's so important, too, because... Oh, my. no knife. But yeah, it's really important because James has been peeking upper every single round, and finally JW punishes him for it. I'm surprised we haven't seen James somewhere else, but Sanji still alive, Kika still alive. There is still a chance with that. And, oh, especially there, that's beautiful. fnatic in some trouble. Plenty of time though, and the cover for the bomb, so not to worry about that. But Sanji and Kika lurking around and maybe passing like ships in the night here. Brolin and Kika on either side of the old bomb train. And Golden gets the flank onto Sanji. There's a trade, and the flank from Brolin. Really weird stuff. 13-13. Enough money for a scrappy buy for AVANGAR if they decide to go for it. What do they do?
It's been the case, I feel like, for a lot of these AVANGAR buys.
Yeah, I think for both CT sides, the struggle was real. I think it was worse for fnatic. There's a lack of grenades for AVANGAR. Remember a round where only Flusha had flashbangs for the CT side of fnatic. Some shot, well, a shot through the wall from James. Nothing doing just yet. fnatic doing nothing untoward. Normal spread. Molly towards upper B. Slow approach towards Ivy with 2 players and the bomb. And at a minute 33, AVANGAR have got 2 flashbangs, a smoke, and an incendiary.
Sanji with that 4 position on Pop Dog with that MP9 is ideal. 4 nades left on AVANGAR, that's desperate. And Crimson force Sanji back. Not sure if there's a follow-up though. There was no one peeking from T-main. There's no HE. So that Molotov doesn't do too much except just show the presence.
Going back to B though.
Stack there, but the bomb's towards Ivy. So it looks like he maybe try to fake B here. Dren kind of needs to get this kill. And he will. And now the fake doesn't really become possible. 40 seconds to get the bomb down. And it's a split from Ivy, T-main, and Pop Dog.
Yeah, Bus is in the middle of A with the AWP looking towards Ivy. James taken out. There's frags all over the shop, and it keeps the AVANGAR with the man advantage, and it gets better. JW alone now with the AWP. 30 seconds, 1 versus 4. Now he's spotted. 25 seconds now. Does he choose self-preservation? Does he try to make a play? If he could take Buster out, then there would be a chance, but it seems he'll create some space for himself. Maybe that'll invite the CTs out. Okay, he spotted 2 of the 3. Through the smoke to his doom, surely it will be. AVANGAR back in the lead once again, and second AWP collected. Looking at the money of fnatic, they can still buy for the most part. Golden and JW might be short, however, but there are ways around that. On the AVANGAR side, now they're going to have more grenades, and these choke points may be easier to defend.
Yeah, this is looking pretty crazy right now. It's going down to the wire. Like in situations like this, you know, fnatic win, you're expecting maybe an overtime. If AVANGAR win, you're expecting maybe for them to be able to win this one. But you can't really take anything for granted with the way that things have been playing out between these 2 teams. Just have to say that it's been great to see that fnatic are playing as strong as they are. Honestly, that's been good to see.
I don't think we were expecting this in that sense.
Yeah.
But they have definitely been playing really well.
I think it was Dust 2 that was very surprising.
Yeah, and a close first map on Mirage. Ended up losing that one. That's why we're on the 3rd. But fnatic, for the people that have missed it, announcement was made, was it 2 days ago now, with Flusha and Golden rejoining. So it's a little bit of a honeymoon period here, but they have been playing well. I don't think you would have ever guessed that they just got back together 2 days ago. The way they've been playing,
That's
working
true, yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely consummated that marriage a while ago.
We're just on a
and
break.
deliberate rounds. Yeah. They just needed to see other people realize what they were missing. Join the cult.
Next up.
Buster's going to have some targets coming his way. Protecting the Ivy position. Crim's taken out. That's a gorgeous flick. He's so consistent with the AWP. So important. Still trying to hold down areas. Very dangerous. Spots one on the ladder. I don't think he was seen, but he roughly know where he is. Looks down, gets taken out by Flusha, and has a chance to plant the bomb.
James now replaced his position towards Ivy will they expect? They'll definitely hear it. Oh my god, the pop from Golden. 1 bullet's all that's needed from that Krieg. And now there's really huge issues for AVANGAR. Started off so well, but now it's looking terrible. Kika needs this frag, and now it makes it a little bit more doable. James tries to bust out of this position, and he will use the flash to do so. But where are the remaining T players? He knows where one is. Oh, trying to use the ladder. That's crazy from James. Can't make it work, but the flick. Keycut, though, will punish. They're both down so very low. Golden surely is a shoo-in for this one, considering the Krieg. But no, Keycut finds him, and they have just enough time, I think, is close. But they've nailed it, 15-13, and that is such a hairy retake.
That's insane. What a retake, and even for Fnatic again, we see Fnatic almost getting away with it.
Yeah.
Losing the entry Buster with 2 great kills. It's 5-on-3 situation here. This is the first initial entries. And then after that, Fnatic still managed to claw their way back into this round. 5-on-3, great round from Golden. Lovely little shot.
You love to see it.
And he had the, like you were saying, he had the possibility and opportunity to potentially clutch this one out. One bullet on each.
Really went down to the wire. James was the only person with a kit. There was a lot going on there. A lot going on. That could be the tiniest of margin which loses Fnatic the series, but they still have a chance. It's not a great chance, but it's a chance nonetheless. They still have 5 players alive, and the Trent's not going to be shy. Oh, the collision's been heard, and Brolan will deliver the kill. And now that's a rifle that can be collected later on. James up close to try and protect it and hold the map control, but he can't stay there forever.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just move forward instead.
I mean, I like this in some sense, knowing that Fnatic maybe doesn't have a lot of money. Probably wants to fish up that AK of a Drance.
You got to get info too.
Both AWPs are pushing. So they've got a very good idea it's going to be B. Buster could try to just hold a line here. And they could gamble stack 3 players in the B bomb site, and it looks like they're going to do exactly that.
This is something that AVANGAR are really good. They're much more proactive than most CT sided teams. And they got that info very quickly. And here goes the incendiary, tossed out by Kika, and Sanji is down below. Fnatic maybe not expecting so much resistance on the B-bomb site, and the spray transfer is not good, but the players are in position. 2 versus 2, the AWP's now activated. The bomb yet to be planted, and time is starting to be a problem. But flusha does find a little nook to plant in the middle of the bomb train, and the AWPs are bearing down on this position. There's a smoke, there's a flash. There's no incendiary, though, but that's going to really help out. Buster takes down flusha. Now just JW from the high ground, and one of these... Buster standing still, scoped on the low ground, and now JW with the scout against James. AWP, can he make this clutch work? Oh, he absolutely cannot. James has the kit, and that's going to be that. A wrap for the match. AVANGAR take down Fnatic, but it took 3 maps. It was extremely close on every map. Well, apart from Dust 2, which actually they got manhandled. But other than that, first map, last map, very close. Could have gone either way, but AVANGAR will win.
That was a really back and forth game. That was a really enjoyable one. I had no idea who was going to win. It was so many rounds overcome with just not ideal buys. There was just so much, like every round was tense, it was slow, it was quiet. There were bursts, everything slowed down. But again, the proactive plays from AVANGAR put themselves in a position to win. 4 players on the B bomb site. Went down to 1v1. But despite having lost that best of 3 series, I think everybody can be happy with how Fnatic looked in this game.
Yeah, they look great.
No, I absolutely agree. Give them a little bit more time here as well. Maybe get some more proper rounds in order. Because that's what they want. But just the fact that Fnatic still looking very dangerous, losing entries again and again. It's a 5-on-4 in most of these rounds, but Fnatic just playing it very well, communicating, make some right decisions. Same can be said for AVANGAR.
I love that X factor with Fnatic, that sort of unquantifiable, enigmatic quality where indeed they are down. It looks like they're out, but they find ways. We even set up the series that way. We said this is like one of the kind of characteristic things about them, and here we can see the top performers as far as the statistics are concerned. Kika, real standout. 3k damage, not bad.
Yeah, he was a standout in terms of frags, but you have to look at all the impact frags Buster had with the AWP as well. Again, it's always a team effort with AVANGAR. You can have people up top of the scoreboard, but everybody is contributing. The forward plays, the information, utility, everything for AVANGAR working out pretty damn well. That was a big test for them with Fnatic, again, especially the way Dust 2 went. To be able to come back from that, to turn things around. Props to them for that. We'll see an updated bracket soon enough, and then the HyperX Factor play of the game can't wait to see what that was. That was a long series. It's very back and forth. But again, I think plenty of eyes on fnatic, of course. They went on the mainstream yesterday, but they made it today, and they had a very good showing. Again, the synergy, I mean, I think we had good expectations in terms of the players and the, obviously being the Swedish scene and so on and what to expect. But I think they exceeded our expectations, playing at a higher level than we would expect with so many players put into the team at such short notice. But there we are. It is 2-1 to AVANGAR, so they make it to the finals for week 1, and they will play the winner of Force or Hapaleno, which they will be playing tomorrow. I think the Force have to be a big favourite in that one, but we'll have to see. Nothing is guaranteed. So that was solid stuff. I think we expected AVANGAR to make it to the final, but indeed, fnatic put up a good fight, and we hope to see a lot more of them in the weeks to come. Now it's time for us to have a look at the HyperX X Factor of the game, or the match, whichever you prefer. I can't wait to see what it is. It's a surprise for us.
That's 2-1.
That's 2. What you think,
The clutch, Roland?
Let's have a look.
Ah, no, okay, okay.
Yeah, this is pretty legit.
This one is also very nice.
Yeah, this is asking a lot, to be honest. That was really solid from Kika, and I think he had one more frag in him as well.
If you consider how close the game was as well, like this is insane.
Yeah, it's an eco. fnatic about to claw it back.
Yeah, they just picked up momentum.
Yeah, fnatic had just deagled them in an eco round.
Yeah. So they go in or walk back, and then obviously you see Kika there within a fantastic deagle round.
Yeah, I think those rounds in the third game were so important as well, because if in each of those scenarios for fnatic, if they don't turn well. They gave themselves potential with the deagle thing before, but then Kika just brings it right back, and they keep it competitive and close pretty much the entire way. So that was really awesome to watch. Again, I think everyone's going to be really happy with the result from fnatic for the long term. It's not so much about the short term, but again, we'll see them in the future weeks. So that is Europe done. We have about 32 minutes until the big match from North America is here today. It's going to be Team Liquid once again versus Sharks. Maybe they'll get taken by surprise. Half an hour. Oh, okay.
It was supposed to live at 2.
Getting something from production. What? Oh, okay. We're on break for 6 minutes, not 32 minutes. All right. Well, fair enough. All right. We will be back a lot sooner than later, rather than later, for Liquid versus Sharks. So we'll see you after the break in about 5 minutes.